What is going on, YouTubians? The Tired Guy here, back with some more FoolCraft. So, the last map I was on, or save that I was on, got corrupted. And, yeah, lost everything yet again. So, I actually started up a new world a little, I don't know, about a few days ago, a week ago, something like that. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've done. I got some stuff going already. So I'm in the town here. There's my portal. And this is where the fun begins. I already have a bunch of stuff. I got infinity. I did find the infinity cows finally. They're actually in the nether. So I did find those, and that was a good find. The good thing is, I'll go through here real quick. Inside the nether, we're actually right at one of the fortresses. So it's actually, whoa, how'd you get in here? So it was actually a good start because I just came up here. I'll show you both the torches and what those mean in a second. This one just kind of leads me to the fortress. I've already been there a bunch of times. There's nothing really special over there, but we're gonna go this way. I like to put torches sometimes to give me some kind of direction. Another thing I can show you real quick is actually in my inventory, but I'm not going to show you just yet. I'm really thinking about putting some stairs here because I'm getting tired of jumping. But up here, I actually got, excuse me, the reinforced obsidian, and I actually have used this. I don't think I have any skulls back at the house. I might run grab some. Show you what we can do with that. Now that I can actually spawn him and beat him without him moving. Because you get the creators and some of the YouTube people's loot bags. And each one's different. Oh, look at that. 3 skeletons right there. So I have a little staircase right here. Goes down to the bottom. And this has beheading 4 on it. So I should pretty much get a skull per hit. Hopefully. Alright, so we're gonna go back. I could just teleport there, but I don't want to quite give everything away just yet. What are you doing over here? So, let's see if we can, or if we get enough heads to do this. If not, it's no big deal. I can do it in a different episode. I think I'm on episode 16 now. Kinda, there we go. I'm looking the right way. Alright, so we got the nether portal. I have done a little bit of exploring. I don't want my helmet, my hats. So, these thin lines here are when I was using the flying contraption. These thick lines here are when you actually like walk. So, you can see I've done a little bit of flying around. I did find the end portal. I went through, I killed the end dragon. It took me like 5 or 6 tries to do it. But you can see I've explored a lot. Click that, go back to where I am. So now we'll go ahead and go through the house and I'll show you what's going on. I know everything's kinda foreign. This is a power generator. For some reason it doesn't work like I want it to, but these generate power for what I have in my inventory. I need power constantly, and because I put them down, they work for me. So what I had, or what I finally made, was I made this angel ring. It uses 32 grid power, And what it does is it allows me to fly like I'm in creative. So, you fly up, you can take a look at the house. It's nothing special right now. Um, it took me a little while to get that angel ring made up. I made some of the doors so you can't see them. It's just, I like it. This is my little Enderman spawner. I can come in here and collect Enderman heads. I have my vacuum chest down there linked all the way over to my main chest. We're going to go in the house in a second. You can see I have a diamond colossal chest. We'll go over a lot of this in a second. The conduit, which I'm going to show you a little secret with that I found today, that I'm absolutely in love with. I got my skeleton horse. I do have pigs in there and cows. This is actually I was working on. This is gonna be my mob grinder. What I'm gonna do is I got the fans already hooked up, so you flip this and the fans just push you right into that grinder, and that's the vacuum chests that are linked with this conduit here that goes into my colossal chest. So everything that I have is linked to the same chest. This is a mob spawner. I haven't finished it quite yet because the mob that I put in there was the wither skeleton, but it needs to be a tier 4 and that's only a tier 1. And to see, I'll show you. That's what tier 1 looks like. And then you right click on that. That's tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. So I haven't really worked on much of it yet. I just got it basically started. I don't know if my other chest is still in here. I keep forgetting that I have flight. I had a chest in here. Oh, it was for my loot. That's right. I was going to come up here with my loot bags and just put everything in this chest. This is just some of the stuff that I've collected from the chest. See, I've gotten a lot of loot bags. And I'll actually show you why I'm getting a lot of loot bags. Come out of here. Close. Thank you. I keep forgetting I have flight. I just got this recently, so it's still not in my brain yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go through the house, and I'll show you the different things that I've done. I have been learning a lot about this mod pack in the past week or so. I love these doors. They just don't make enough sound for me. So here's pretty much what I've been doing. So we have our chickens. They lay... that's a perfect way for me to show you the little secret. Not a secret, but what I found out today. What happened there? Anyway, these are laying our eggs and stuff, and this was going into the chest, but I actually moved it, so now they're going into our big chest, which is right down here. This is only a 7 chest, and you can see I have a ton of stuff. So it's all scattered around down the bottom because I actually have a trash can moving all my cobblestone out. So if let me just jump in here for a second. We're going to go pickaxe. Do I have one? Yeah, this one here is not linked. So I have done some mining. As you can see, I've done a ton of mining. But what I want to show you real quick is that, just want to make sure this isn't linked. Yeah, it's not linked. So we're going to get some cobblestone real quick and I'll show you. Alright. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, so we got some cobblestone and I'll show you where it is. There we go. So if you put, we're going to do this, we're going to put cobble in here. So you can see when we put this in here, it'll go in there and then, see it's right here, and then it'll go right back out. So I can put all these stacks in there. They'll all go into there and get sucked right back out into a trash can and disappear. If I do need cobblestone, I'll wait a second for this to do what it's got to do. Let me take these two out. because I can put them in my other chest. I do have a chest almost pretty much full of cobblestone, but you can see if you look 176, 173. So it just sucks the cobblestone, and I did it with dirt. So if we put dirt in here, you can see I have coarse dirt and silty dirt, but regular dirt, we had 51 that we just put in there. And watch, it'll just disappear. See, 51. And I don't know why it's not getting sucked out. Maybe because it's sucking the cobblestone out first. So let's do this. So we got 65. It's not the quickest thing in the world, but when I did all that mining, I had a ton of cobblestone, and I didn't need that much. I probably had about 20 double chests full of cobblestone. So we're down to 14, so let's go over to dirt, and it should take this right out of here once that's done. Should. Yep, there we go. It's a little bit slower, but it gets rid of it. So this is here. If I need cobblestone, this is where I put it. This is the only chest that is not linked to something. I got my benches, my infinity forge. I love that. I don't know if you noticed the floor, but that is also infinity blocks. I had a ton of infinity. My furnaces, I haven't really done much with the furnaces, just pretty much burn stuff. We got our their tinkers here. I'm actually using blazing pyrotheum because it burns at a higher temperature. And you can see I still have stuff in here. Blood. I have a bunch of these tanks. I'll show you in a second. I think I showed this in one of my other ones. You can take stone. I don't know. There's other stuff you can do in here. You can take stone and then you just right click on this. And I found a little trick with this. If you keep clicking on it and then you hit E to bring up your inventory, it keeps going. And even when you back out of here, I'm not touching the mouse or anything. I'm not touching anything. It keeps going until you come off of it. So it's a little trick that I did see. This is dark steel. We have 2 infinity with a blazing pyrotheum in the middle of it, just kind of for looks. And when this stuff gets low, I can just pop it in, bucket in. This is the nutrient distillation for here. There's actually another one hidden under there, you just can't see it. We'll go like that. You got another one right there. For when this takes the nutrient distillation. So, I have this here. One of the cool things I have is if you look in here, I don't have any loot bags at all. And here is a bag opener. So how I have this is I have the chest down here, which it's a 7x7, so this would be 4, 5, 6, 7. So the chest is right under here. But what I did is I set up, put the loot bags in there. They will go right out into here, be opened up, and then put right back into the same system. So it's one big circle, and you can see I got, this is the only one I didn't hide yet, and I'll explain why in a second. But the trash can's down here. It's actually underneath this block, to get rid of all the stuff, the cobblestone and the dirt that I don't need. And over here, excuse me, I have a whole bunch of stuff going on here. One thing that I didn't show you guys is the ender pouch right here. I actually have this pouch, I have this backpack, and in this backpack I have a bunch of these. And if you go into one of these, you can hold a bunch of stuff. So I have a lot of room. Then, my ender pouch. What this does is if you have the ender pouch and the ender chest, when you open your bag, it opens the chest. So you're actually looking at this box right now. And what I did is underneath here, there's actually a line of conduits that goes back into my main chest that's down under here. So if I open this up and I put this in here, it's going to get rid of it and put it right back in here. So if we look, There it is right there. So if I'm out in the nether and I'm killing stuff and they're dropping loot bags, I can open up this, put it right into this chest. It gets fed back into my colossal chest here, and then it'll feed into the loot bag recycler and then back into the chest with what it has. So I never have to open bags again. On the other side of that is if you get like a legendary bag or a pet bag or something like that, you want to physically open it yourself because you want to see what's in there. I didn't get any skulls, but look, they're skeletons. 142 skeleton skulls. Yeah. So, the other stuff we have, the sawmill. You put wood in here and it turns into sawdust. And what I have is I have this chest here, which I can't open right now because the smelter's on top of it. This feeds into here. So I could put a whole bunch of wood in there, it'll feed into here, and then goes right back into my chest. And I have used it a little bit, so if we put in sawdust, 101. And then we have our lava, our drum of lava, and our regular fluid tank of lava. This feeds the magmatic generator, which is run by lava. And this is feeding all this stuff down here, and this. I think it's doing this one too. So, next we have the pulverizer, which takes ore. I don't have any on me. Yeah, it takes the ore. Let me see if I have some. I do. Let's take the aluminum ore, because what it does, it takes the ore and it'll double it. So I should get 2, which goes into here, which goes into the furnace. So what it does is you put your whatever ore you want in here, it'll feed into this chest. As you can see, it'll go into the smelter, which smelts it, or the furnace, which turns it into aluminum ingots. So if I type in here ingot, did I put aluminum in there? Yeah, you can see the aluminum's going up, 159. So in theory, I'm just doubling the amount of ores that I have. And you can see that I've done a lot, because this is just the ingots I have. This is the one I love, the infinity ingot. So this chest here just takes the it's pretty much just a line. You get your power. The pulverizer gets the power from here, goes into the chest with the ore, or the pulverized whatever you put in there, goes into the furnace, which puts it back into ingots, and then into the chest, back into our chest, our colossal chest. This here is the soul binder. You need it for like different things, to make. I can't think of the name of what I'm thinking of. At enter IO. No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. I'm just trying to find something real quick that it would work on. These guys here, the ender resonators. Because you need the slice and splice, which turns into soul vials, and then you take the soul vial and put it into here, and you can actually fix spawners and stuff like that. I haven't worked on that yet. Here we have a different smelter, which I need to. Why is that not doing anything? There we go. I needed more conduit binder because I've been doing a lot of conduit workings, and I needed a bunch of it. So that's what this is for. And then our coal generator. Our coal generator actually does power this soul binder. And now we have 2 basic capacitor banks that are full next to the painting machine. What the painting machine does is, let's see if I have any of that conduit left. I do. I have 1. This is the other thing I wanted to show you guys. So, the reason why this is open like this is they actually have these transparent conduit facades. And what that does is, if you take that, what do we have for our wall here? Oak wood. I'll show you. What it does is it's like a cover for the conduit. So let's take 1. I don't need much. I'm going to do that. So what you want to do is the block that you want to paint goes in the right here. The block that you want it to look like goes in the left, and it'll smelt it, or burn it, or paint it, or whatever you want to call it. Now, this is an oak plank that looks like oak wood. But the best part about it is that the conduit here, the reason why this was not covered, is I don't want it to look like that. I think that looks like crap. So I would rather look at the pipe, which I think it doesn't look bad anyway. But you can take this, and if we get rid of that, we can actually hide that conduit, so you won't even know it's there. And then, I mean, you can hide the stuff down here, and it just looks like a regular block, but there's a conduit there. They also have blast resistant, which is the same thing, except it's when it blows up, like a creeper blowing up, it won't actually blow up the conduit, which I haven't built yet. Oh, I want that one. This one here. Because you need obsidian, which I have a bunch of it. Huh. I didn't know you could do that. I would have been doing it a long time ago. Okay, so anyway, and then the other things that we have, I went through all that. Our cow area. This doesn't work right for me for some reason. I don't know why. It keeps putting the buckets in here, and these for some reason I can't get the buckets out of. But what this does, this is an XP cow. So this is a mechanical user, and what it does is it actually right clicks for you. So if you have the bucket in there, see, like, he's ready to go. Not yet. So this is actually experience. You can see I'm gaining experience right now. I just died recently, that's why my levels are so low. I was up to level 200 between my pickaxe and this thing. I actually had another one set up down where my other mob farm was. But so what this does is it actually milks the cow. It comes through into the fluid tank, which there's none in there right now because he doesn't have a bucket because it's stuck in there. So it milks the cow every time it needs to, and then goes into the mechanical user, comes through the pipe into the fluid tank, and then from the fluid tank into the casting basin, which actually turned it into blocks. And then from the casting basin, you can see the conduit down there would take it over into our chest. Again, so by doing that, 1.2 thousand platinum blocks, elemental, coal, alumite, night slime, all that I've gotten. Zinc, solarium, which is really good. I've gotten all those from those cows. And the XP one I just have coming out of here into this singularity tank, and I'm on untap. And then I'll show you how much stuff I have. These are all the tanks. That's not filled, that's not filled, that's not filled. This is half, well, a quarter of the way filled with lava. It's the same. Dark steel, platinum, pulsating iron. Why are these draining out? Oh, there we go. This is a full dark steel, full pulsating iron, full dew of the void, full blazing, full dew, 2 of those. Pulsating iron, liquefied coal. I thought I had one that was infinity. Oh, they're up top. Alright, so what I was actually in the process of doing was working on the mob farm. So if I actually just started working on this. These are all set up, so you can see that that one edge is blocked. You know, if something dies there, it won't get sucked in by this one. But if we take that off and turn that on, that will suck it in. So no matter where the item is, it's going to get sucked in by one of these 4. Because where my old one was, I only had 1 XP, or 1 vacuum chest, it would get stuck right at the edge. Like if the vacuum chest was on this side here, it would get stuck over here and not do anything. So I kind of wanted to make it efficient enough to um, suck all the stuff in. And once again, once it starts sucking this stuff in, like if I take the mob masher and throw that down, it's going to get sucked in. And it's already back at the house. So if we do home main, and we come in here, you can see it's right there. So that's what I've been working on. I think that's where I'm going to end this video. I'm probably going to do another one right after this, working on that mob farm. So if you did like the video, don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.